Let's go to the candidate, Mr. Oselaka Obazi. You've worked in the United Nations as a former secretary to the government of Anambra State. You work with former Governor Peter Obi. You work with your fellow contender there on the stage. What was the reason why you left the position, and why did you jump ship?
Well, we had an understanding in the first instance. When Governor Peter Obi was leaving, I had packed up to leave the government. Governor Peter Obi asked me to stay, and Governor Obiano also asked me to stay. We agreed I would stay for 6 months to help the incoming government stabilize. I ended up staying for 15 months, and at the appointed time when he found a successor, I left government and he appointed a successor. I think that break was mutual. There was no acrimony. And as you would know, I left government. I issued a statement on the 8th of June 2015 that I was returning to private life, and I did return to private life. I live in Oka. I don't live in any of the highbrow estates. I live among the people in Agoka, and I run an office here, a consultancy. I employ people in Anambra State, and basically that's what I've done. But at the end of 2016, I had to speak up because I said Anambra State had been hijacked, and it needed us to rescue the state. I believe the state deserved better than it was getting, both in governance, both in transparency, both in delivery of infrastructure. That was why I jumped back into politics. I think the measure of a man, like Martin Luther King says, is not where you stand in times of comfort and convenience. It is where you stand in times of challenge and controversy. We are challenged. That's why I'm involved.
Because the question will be, and I have about a minute to answer this, the question will be the reasons, the real reasons, political reasons why you are seeking office. Because the man that has been said to be backing you in this race, the former governor, whom they say is your godfather. Is he your godfather? And are we going to see a replay? Is it just a game of godfatherism playing out itself again and again?
Shehu, it's a matter of semantics. Was Peter Obiano's godfather when he brought him in? Would anybody answer that? If you were looking for godfather, when I started this mission, I went to Alex Ekwueme, who is the foremost elected official living, an Igbo man in this country. I sought his counsel. I've seen him, I've known him since I was 7. And I asked for his guidance. Why is he not seen as my godfather? It's a matter of semantics. In this business, as in every other business, even in the religion, the priests have formators. You have mentors. I have mentors. I mentor people. Why would anybody diminish what I'm doing as a godfather? I ran for governor in 2013. I was disqualified. I did not leave the party. I must take a stand when there's a challenge for this state, when things are not working. Others might be comfortable sitting back. I am not. That's why I'm involved.
Okay, Mr. Godwin Ezimo. Is it for you desperation? You said you're a philanthropist. You own businesses in oil and gas and all that. Why are you running? You ran the other time. In fact, you were at some point offered a deputy governorship seat. You left. You wanted to be governor last time, 4 years ago in the last election cycle. Again, you want to become governor. Is it a matter of desperation for you?
Thank you so much. It is not, but it's a matter of necessity. Anambra State is swallowing in trouble. We're all in trouble. And therefore, we need good-spirited individuals. We need people who are selfless. We need people who can even offer their life for the entire Anambra people, for the black man to come and take over the leadership of Anambra State. If we keep waiting, if we keep looking at what is just going on within Anambra State and within Anambra State, then we're not going nowhere. I am here purely to offer myself selflessly, willingly, gratuitously to serve the people of Anambra. I've not come to make money or to make name or a matter of desperation, but it is purely a matter of vision and passion. If it's an ambition, I should have walked away. Because virtually everybody you see in Anambra State, I'm sorry, majority of the people in Anambra State, you can't, they are wobbly. You can't really hold them to any point because nobody is sincere, no matter the level where you find them. Therefore, I have offered myself with my experience, what I have gotten out there in the United Kingdom, What made me to leave that place, a very good place flowing with milk and honey, to come back here to live in a village, to assist the less privileged, to assist indigent students, to help create employment opportunity where these kids or everybody, all the young ones are employed, to even teach them the way life has got to go. That is why I run a workshop in 2012 where I told Anambrans that the problem we have here is that of mindset, that we need to change it. We need a leader who can be selfless, who will be upright, to be in the forefront. Then he can direct things to be done properly.
The issue of, you have about a minute also to answer this follow-up. The issue of funding of your party comes to the table. In the United States, for example, we have the president, the sitting president of the United States, Donald Trump, who amidst all odds against interest in his political party emerged the president of the United States.
Yeah.
That man is a businessman. You own businesses in this state.
That's right.
What will happen to your business should you become the governor of Anambra State?
Thank you so much. Already I've calculated all these costs. My business is already being managed by the team of managers I have already. I mean, one tree doesn't make a forest. For me to have gotten this far, I have good managers, good people who run in my absence, and the business goes. So my business will be out of it now. The issue, the business now is how can we make this place the best place for all of us to, which every Anambranian is yearning for.
Because the question is, how would you manage profit? You know the policy of being an executive governor, and when you have private interests.
Okay. The policy, being an executive governor, I'm not going to do it alone. I will select the best brain again to come along with me, so that we formulate policies that will help every Anambranian. I'm not going to do it alone as a businessman. It will be it's not a one-man show.
Thank you. Let's go to the candidate of the UPP, Mr. Osita Chidoka. You also, this is not your first party. You have been a former minister under the People's Democratic Party, and now you've come to the UPP. The word on the street out there is that the reasons why you left PDP to come to UPP is because you wanted to be a governor at all costs, and you were looking for a platform where you perhaps thought that you will get it. For you also, is it a matter of desperation?
The key issue really is, why do you want to be a governor? The issue is not about what platform, but let me address that. The UPP approximates my thoughts and beliefs at this time. My basic thoughts and belief at this time is that, number one, the Nigerian state needs to be renegotiated. Any party that does not subscribe to the principle of the right to self-determination, of the right for component parts of Nigeria to express themselves freely, that party does not approximate my philosophy. I believe that the Nigerian state is a product of negotiation. We negotiated it in 1953, in 1957, and we got independence as a Nigerian state. We negotiated and created the Midwestern state. So Nigeria is a subject of continuous negotiation. The UPP has said that they believe in the right to self-determination, that they believe in the idea of referendum. I believe that when Nigeria is freely negotiated, when Nigerian component states really subscribe to the idea of Nigeria, then we will have a great nation. We will have a prosperous nation. We cannot grow a nation without the freedom of people who subscribe to that dream. Interestingly, the governor talks about the GDP of Anambra growing. That's what happens when you have American consultants, because they talk about GDP. What is the issue in Anambra is that Anambra is the state with the lowest ranking in bribery and corruption. Anambra is the state with the lowest ranking. He inherited $41 million debt. He now has $85 million. He is not in a sustainable state. Anambra state is not in a sustainable state. So my desire to be governor is to reverse the trend, is to make our children who go to school, only 13% of our teachers in JSS are computer literate. So the education our children are getting is education for yesterday, not education for tomorrow.
Okay. And now, since you mentioned the issue of negotiation and all of that, it's recorded and everybody saw that you drove the self-acclaimed leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, home after he was released on bail. And the word out there is that you did that just to get to get the popularity of it, to swing votes for yourself. What was the reason why you did that?
Well, if it was a popularity contest, I'm sure the candidates will have gone for it. The issue is the fundamental philosophy of the right of individuals in a democracy to freely express themselves within the laws of the country. Once we have that right as enshrined in our constitution, I believe we must respect it. And if anybody violates the terms of our constitution and our laws, then the law should take its course. The law took its course on him. He got bail from a court. And I participated in ensuring that the bridge of communication between the angry young people in Southeast and the rest of the country is a burden I believe I bear. As a young minister, as a young former chief executive of the Federal Road Safety Corps, I believe I serve as a beautiful bridge. I serve as that bridge that connects the dreams of Nigeria with the aspirations of Ndibo.